Good evening, everyone. I would like to call the City Council meeting to order and start with a roll call.
Alderperson Robinson,
Present.
Hurt,
Here.
Maynard,
Present.
Swanson, Parker,
Here.
Poulos,
Here.
Healy,
Here.
and Mayor Tomes.
Here. Thank you very much. Could we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Remain standing for a moment of silence, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Public comment. All right. Is it Ernie? You're up. Ernie Weed. Could you? Yep, just a second. We'll turn the microphone on. There you go. I don't have control.
To the Honorable Mayor, City Council members, and City of Rock Island, I'm from the Rock Island Moose Lodge 190. On August 23rd, we are asking for permission to hold an outdoor event. The parking lot located at the above address will be fenced for the band and the beer garden. The Rock Island Lodge is providing security personnel and IDs. We will be checking along with wristbands being utilized for age verification. It is noted that amplified sound music, which will be provided by live bands, and the purpose of this is for a family-oriented event to support Moose Membership Drive.
Very good. Sounds like fun, but what you need to do is go down to City Hall and see the city clerk, and she can get you the right forms to fill out, and it'll come in front of City Council for a vote.
Okay, and we have several of our forms here. Special dispensation and
Okay. Yeah. But yep. Well, pardon?
Can we pull those documents off the internet?
Yes, they're on our website. Yep.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Nobody else has signed up for that, for public comment. So we'll go to item number 6.
Minutes from the June 24th, 2024 study session and City Council meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes as printed. Second.
Did I hear second?
Second.
There we go. Thank you. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7.
Proclamation declaring July as National Park and Recreation Month. Whereas Parks and Recreation is an integral part of communities throughout this country, including the city of Rock Island. And whereas Parks and Recreation promote health and wellness, improving the physical and mental health of people who live near parks. And whereas Parks and Recreation promote time spent in nature, which positively impacts mental health by increasing cognitive performance and well-being and alleviating illness such as depression, ADHD, and Alzheimer's. And whereas Parks and Recreation encourage physical activities by providing space for popular sports, hiking trails, swimming pools, and many other activities designed to promote active lifestyles. And whereas Parks and Recreation is a leading provider of healthy meals, nutrition services, and education. And whereas Parks and Recreation programming and educational activities such as out-of-school time, youth sports, and environmental education are critical to childhood development. And whereas Parks and Recreation increase a community's economic prosperity through increased property values, expansion of the local tax base, increased tourism, the attraction and retention of businesses, crime reduction, and whereas Parks and Recreation is a fundamental to the environment, well-being of our community, and whereas our parks and natural recreation areas ensure the ecological beauty of our community and provide a space for children and adults to connect with nature and recreation outdoors, and whereas the U.S. House of Representatives has designated July as Parks and Recreation Month, and whereas the City of Rock Island recognizes the benefits derived from parks and recreation resources.
Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Mike Tomes, Mayor of the City of Rock Island, do hereby proclaim the month of July 2024 as National Park and Recreation Month in the City of Rock Island.
I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank the City Council, our Park Board, for all of your continued support. And I'd also like to thank my staff, a lot of highly educated and well-qualified people that do a great job on a daily basis. So thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Item number 8 is Update Rock Island. We have a couple items here. Come enjoy free music every Tuesday through the end of July. The Starlight Review concert series continues in Lincoln Park for free music every Tuesday night. Hy-Vee Grill starts selling food at 5 p.m. with music and dancing from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Lincoln Park is located at 11th Avenue and 38th Street. This Tuesday, July 9th, bring a lawn chair and enjoy music from Gray Roof. The next week's performances on July 16th will be the Tailfins. Help save human and animal lives at the Pints and Paws Blood Drive. Here's the first one, right? The American Red Cross is holding a blood drive this Saturday, July 12th, at the Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. For every blood donation, the Red Cross will give $10 to 4 local animal shelters. Donors also receive a Red Cross umbrella and bandana for their pet to wear. Go on a police ride-along. The Rock Island Police Department is partnering with the Rock Island Public Library in a new childhood reading initiative called Police Read-Along. Members of the police department will be featured as guest readers at selected dates and branches, beginning Tuesday, July 16th at Longview Park, located at 1300 17th Street. Additional police read-along events will be offered during Rock Island Public Library story times and on July 26th and July 31st, August 13th, and August 23rd. For more information on the location and times, you can go to rockislandlibrary.org. That's it. Item number 9.
Report from the Community Development Department regarding the sale of city-owned property at 1514 21st Avenue to Mark Meadows for $490 plus closing costs. First reading.
Move to approve the sale and authorize the city manager to execute the documents, consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
And Poulos.
Aye.
Item number 10.
Consent agenda items A through F.
Motion to approve consent agenda items A through F.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
And Poulos.
Aye.
Item number 11A.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding payment in the amount of $38,753.03 to McClintock Trucking and Excavating of Silvis for the sewer lateral repair program repairs.
Motion to allow the claim.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Due to the nature of my employment, I need to recuse myself from this vote.
Roll call, please.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
And Pulis.
Aye.
Item 11B.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding approval of a bid from McClintock Trucking and Excavating of Silvis for hillside repairs and seating south of 13th Avenue on 22nd Street for an amount not to exceed $15,000.
Move to approve acceptability. Move to accept the bid.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
I need to recuse myself again.
Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
And Pulis.
Aye.
Item 12B. 12A, excuse me.
Report from the Economic Development Department regarding a Growing Rock Island Together, or GRIT, agreement with Paddock Group, LLC.
Motion to approve the agreement and authorize the city manager to execute the documents.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
And Pulis.
Aye.
Item 12B.
Report from the Economic Development Department regarding a Growing Rock Island Together, or GRIT, agreement with Adolfo's Hair Salon.
Move to approve the agreement and authorize the city manager to execute the documents.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
And Pulis.
Aye.
Item 12C.
Report from the Finance Department regarding an annual agreement with Fifth Assets DBA Debt Book for the lease and subscription in the amount of $13,850.
Motion to approve the agreement subject to minor attorney modifications and authorize the city manager to execute the documents.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
And Pulis.
Aye.
Item 12D.
Report from the city manager and the City Hall Improvement Project Committee regarding a contract with CTI of Davenport, Iowa in the amount of $247,986.11, ARPA restricted funds, for audiovisual equipment and services, and to IT Savvy LLC of Chicago, Illinois in the amount of $18,733.32, ARPA restricted funds, for computer equipment and monitors for city council chambers.
Motion to approve the contracts and authorize the city manager to execute the documents.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
And Pulis.
Aye.
Item 12E.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding a one-year lease extension of the facilities mowing contract and city parcel mowing contract with Finer Finish Grounds Care, Newark, Illinois, in the amount of $51,650 and $47,518.
Move to,
Go ahead, Moses.
move to approve the contract extensions and authorize city manager to execute the documents.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
And Pulis.
Aye.
Item 13A.
Report from the city clerk's office regarding a resolution approving the partial release of closed session minutes and the destruction of audio recordings for the same closed session meetings.
Move to approve the partial release of closed session minutes and adopt the resolution.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt.
Aye.
Maynard.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
And Pulis.
Aye.
Item 13B.
Report from the city attorney regarding a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an authorization for entry for construction and any other necessary documents to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for the maintenance dredging and the small boat harbor at Sunset Marina.
Motion to approve the authorization for entry, authorize the mayor to execute the documents, and adopt a resolution.
Second.
Moved to second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy.
Aye.
Robinson.
Aye.
Hurt,
Aye.
Maynard,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
and Pulis.
Aye.
Item 14A.
Report from the Trafficking Engineering Committee regarding a request to install a handicap parking space at 1913 9.5 Street. First reading.
Motion to approve the request and consider the ordinance.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy,
Aye.
Robinson,
Aye.
Hurt,
Aye.
Maynard,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
and Pulis.
Aye.
Item 15A and B.
Report from the Finance Department regarding a budget adjustment to the Parks and Recreation Fund 555 in the amount of $5,000. B, report from the Finance Department regarding a budget adjustment to the Public Library Fund 251 in the amount of $467.01.
Motion to approve budget adjustments A through B. Or
Second.
A and B.
Move to second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Healy,
Aye.
Robinson,
Aye.
Hurt,
Aye.
Maynard,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
and Pulis.
Aye.
Item 16A.
Report from the MLK Center regarding approval of $100,000 in ARPA funds restricted for the completion of the STEAM lab.
Motion to approve the request is recommended.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderperson Healy,
Aye.
Robinson,
Aye.
Hurt,
Aye.
Maynard,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
and Pulis.
Aye.
17, other business. New business.
Yes, I'd like to follow up to my discussion I had on June 24th. On June 24th, I spoke about funding requests for Soul the City. This request was denied by 4 council members without any data to back their reasoning. I mentioned past support for Gumbo Yaya and Making My Weekend. These 2 events were not only required to provide detailed budget, were only required to provide a detailed budget for which the funds or how the funds were going to be spent. We learned that the offer was led by the city and not the other way around. My request tonight is to have the city manager and finance explore available options for funding, and present that to council for vote on July 22nd agenda. The request was submitted with a budget and history of the event. There's no policy or ordinance which gives the basis of denial for this request. I ask council to make a fact-driven decision and not an emotional one. Location of the festival is not a satisfactory reason to deny. Because I feel that we should not support a one-time request, it's not a satisfactory reason to deny. I will ask council tonight if anyone has any data to back up their decision to deny this request, to please share it now. I would like to conclude, your actions speak louder than your words. This is not an attempt to force your hand, but to allow the citizens of this great city to know where you stand. If any of you are against this request for the city manager to research the funding request, I again ask you to speak at this moment.
Okay. Any other comments? Hearing none. I do have a little something here that came up. Rock Island Firefighters, AFF Local 26 is selling T-shirts for the Taylor Memorial Firefighters Benevolent Fund. T-shirts are $15 a piece and can be ordered at the Central Fire Station between 8 and 4 by July 10th. So we just have a couple days. But doing a fundraiser for the benevolent, firefighters. Easy for me to say. So I just wanted to let people know that, help them out, build that fund.
I got
Yes.
something real quick.
Yes.
So anybody listening, we still have a few available tickets for the Cubs Cardinals bus trip this Sunday. And I think we have, I don't know, probably a dozen tickets, and we'd like to get that bus filled. And I can tell you from past, it's a great time. So anybody knows anybody that's interested, let's get on the Rock Island Park and Rec website and register as soon as possible.
Very good. Cardinals are ahead of the Cubs. So.
Let's keep it that way.
The standings. Anything else for anybody? You want to turn your microphone on, please?
I thought I was loud enough, but okay.
Yeah.
Most people that have been down to Ben Williamson Park have realized that there have been several shows from the backwater gamblers that have been unfortunately canceled due to the high river, the high current, and our desire to make sure that our students, our kids that are performing in the show are safe. We're looking forward to opening that back up as soon as the waters cooperate a little bit more. And we thank everybody for their cooperation and understanding. So
Very good. They're great shows. Could be a couple weeks here, but yeah.
it's unfortunate because they're heading to Indiana for the Central Region Tournament to qualify for Division I Nationals on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
River's high. I know the Mississippi's high and the Rock River's high. That's for sure. There's still a lot of stuff floating down. The river's officially closed.
yeah, we've had I want to say 10 logs that we've had to remove out of the area. Most of them in excess of 50 or 60 feet, rather large. So it was unsafe, and we just used. Unfortunately, we used. we had to do what we had to do.
There you go.
So
Yep. With that, the dredging down at Sunset Marina that the Corps is doing has been delayed because of floodwaters and closed also. And probably now it would run into Floatzilla. And so just been informed that they're going to wait till after Floatzilla, mid-August here, to then start the dredging. We'll get there eventually. Any other comments, thoughts, questions? If not, we have item number 18.
Rock Island Port Authority.
Move to close the regular city council meeting and convene the Rock Island Regional Port District meeting.
Move to second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. With that, we have item number 18. Any other business or thoughts? I'd look at Tom a little bit, but nothing new there, I don't think.
We're optimistic that we'll have the results of our grant request to pay for the port master plan yet this month.
Okay. That's it. Then we have motion to exec. I got number 18.
Motion to exit the Rock Island Regional Port Authority and reconvene the regular city council meeting.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I do want to mention one thing I mentioned. I don't know if I can't remember if an email went out or not. The RAISE grant. We applied, for the federal money, $25 million for 11th Street. I don't know if an email went out to everybody or not. I was out of town. Did it? Okay, then it's old news. That was that we did not get that. I apologize. Out of town and didn't listen to the last council meeting or emails. Never mind. Item number 19.
Motion to adjourn.
So move.
Moved and seconded. Assume there's no discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
We think that's record. I don't know. I gotta go check Jenny.